So, how are you, students? Good morning. I am Francis sir, and today I have brought to you a very interesting topic of mathematics of class 9, that is number system. So, this is the introductory part of this chapter, okay? So, let's start, okay? So, you see here that we have a diagram. This is a sort of Venn diagram. Venn diagram you might have not heard, but still, let us see. So, everything has its own universe. So number system, let's consider that number system also has its universe, a universe in which all types of numbers exist, a universe in which all types of numbers exist. So let us say that this box, this box is that universe. This box is that universe. So under this universe there are two types of numbers. The type of number one which is inside this boundary, the outermost boundary, and the one which is outside this boundary. So the numbers which are inside this boundary are called real numbers. What are they called? Real numbers. Real numbers, which we use them practically in our daily life. So they exist and we use them generally, okay? So they are real. We can see them, we can feel them, okay? So these are real, like 1, 2, 3, 4. The cost of mangoes, or the distances we measure, distance of road. The digits that we see, those digits are called real numbers. Okay, means they have existence. So the numbers which exist, we can feel its existence, are called real numbers, and they lie within this boundary. So obviously here is also some space. This is space. You can see that here we have some space. This space is there. So in this space also there might be some numbers. Okay. Yes, there exist some numbers. And these type of numbers are called imaginary numbers. Okay, what is it? It means that what is the opposite of real? Real opposite is virtual or imaginary. So this is the imaginary number. Means imaginary number means we don't get a sense. Means if it is imaginary, means do they exist or not? Actually, yes, they have an existence, but we can't feel them. It is just like soul in our body. Means soul is there, but we don't know whether it is present or not present. Means we see how we can touch our body, but we can't touch anybody's soul. So something like that of imaginary, we can't feel its existence. So let's see one example. For instance, root of 4. Root of 4, what do we get? It is equal to plus minus 2. Yes. Or root over 5. No, root over 5 we don't have any value, so it remains as such. It remains as such, no problem. We can't get its root. Or we can have root over as 9. So what will it be? It will be plus minus 3. Okay. But what if we have root over minus 4? Means that when we square a number, 2 square is equal to 4, and minus 2 square is also always 4. So the square of either a positive number or a negative number is always a positive. It is never negative. So if we try to get the root of a negative number, is it possible? So possible or not possible, it is still being counted or being studied about. But if I said that I have written this, means it is possible, no, it is under our imagination. Does it exist or not exist? So it is a type of imagination. So what do? We can write this as root over 4 into minus 1. So we know that 4 has its root, so what is it? 2 root over minus 1. So this expression, no, root over minus 1, this root over minus 1 is considered to be as imaginary. So when an imaginary number is multiplied to a virtual number or added to a virtual, means a real number, now that whole expression becomes imaginary. So for example, for instance, this whole set is imaginary, or if it would have been 2 plus root over minus 1, this also would have been imaginary. Okay, or if it would have been 3 minus root over minus 1, this also would have been an imaginary term, number. So these type of numbers which are related to this, root over minus 1, root over minus 1. So this root over minus 1, no, it has been specially provided a symbol, and that is I. What symbol? I. That means that is an imaginary unit. Imaginary unit. Okay. So this is the imaginary number. Okay. So its scope is not here, but still just for introduction, that if I am telling you that there is a universe, and in that universe, there are all types of numbers existing, the ones which are real and the ones which are virtual or imaginary, then so I told you a bit of introduction. You will come it across in the next level, okay, in higher classes. Okay. Now, when we say now real numbers, real numbers have physical existence, okay, as I said. So inside the real numbers we have rational numbers. What do we have? Rational numbers. But again you see that we have a space provided here, this one, that all around. So that means outside this number also there might be some numbers that might be existing. Okay, so in that space we have another set of numbers, and these set of numbers are called what? Irrational. What? Irrational numbers. What are they? Irrational numbers. And this is our topic, this is our syllabus. These two, this is our syllabus. And the rest about, inside this, rational numbers, we have integers, whole numbers, counting numbers, and so on. So these all you have studied in the junior class. Okay, so I will not go much in detail with that portion, so we will start over with this. Okay, straight away. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So real numbers. Real numbers, as I told, are classified into two types. Rational and irrational. When we saw that chart, we had this real, and inside this real we had, this is your real, and this is you have rational. We have this rational. Okay, so means what is this line? This is a boundary of a certain type of rules. The numbers which follow this rule are inside this, and the numbers which don't follow these rules are outside this. Very simple. Okay. So let's see what are the properties of rational numbers. The numbers which have certain properties are inside this, and we do not have these type of properties will be out of that. So let's see about these properties. Rational numbers are again classified into two types. Your very common definition of rational number means they can be expressed in the form of p by q. Okay, they can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p is any integer and q is also any integer, but q should not be equal to 0. P and q are any integers where q should not be equal to 0, means that denominator should not be 0. Okay, when a rational number it is represented in the form p by q, that means it is possible that they can be expressed in decimal term also, decimal form also. So the decimal form that rational number gives are of two types. Either they are terminating decimal, or they are non-terminating but recurring. Or recurring, if you don't understand, I can say repeating. Terminating decimal, for instance, we have 1 by 2. Its value is how much? 0.5. When we convert it to decimal form, it will be how much? 0.5. So this is an example of terminating decimal. Or we can have 1 by 4. 1 by 4 can be represented as 0.25. So though it is a 2 means it has 2 decimal places, but still it is a what? Terminating decimal means the division of this fraction gets over. We don't have any further decimals. So this is called terminating decimal. But what is about non-terminating? Non-terminating means its division does not over, and it's repeating, means the decimals that we get are getting repeated. For example, we have example is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 we get how much? So it is 0.3333 and so on. So this number is getting repeated every time, and this division does not get over. So this is called non-terminating repeating decimal form. Or if we have 2 by 3, what do we get? We get 0.6666 and so on. So here we have this 6, this decimal does not end up, but this digit gets repeated. Similarly, we have various types. Whenever we have a prime number in the division, means other than multiple of 2, if we have any prime number, other than 2, if we have any prime number in the division, then what we get? We get a non-terminating but repeating decimal. Okay, so this is about rational. Now let's talk about irrational. So irrational should be what? It should not have any properties of the rational. So what are the properties of rational? It is a terminating decimal. It should not be, it should be non-terminating. Then second thing is that here also non-terminating decimals are present, but they are repeating. So the non-terminating decimal here should be non-terminating and non-terminating decimals. So the numbers which are irrational, the final value the final value we get should be non-terminating, and also non-repeating. Non-terminating and non-repeating. The type of numbers which provides us this type of expression of non-terminating and non-repeating decimals are the type of numbers which are called as irrational numbers. So, for instance, pi. The value of pi is 3.142 and it never ends, and each number that we obtain or each set of number that we obtain, they never get repeated. So that is the specialty of pi. So pi is an irrational number. Or we can have another example. 0.1, and so on. So we see that this series of number that will be formed, this will never form a repeating number. Though it is non-terminating, no, this pattern will never end. You see, we have first here 1 0, then 1 doubled itself and 0 is there, then 1 tripled itself, then 0 is there, then 1 made it 4 times and then again 0 will be there, and so on. This pattern is never going to end, and also this is never repeating. So these type of numbers which we get are also what? Irrational. So this is about rational and irrational. So this is the introductory part of the chapter. So I hope you would have understood what I meant to say, and you would have understood what is a rational number and what is an irrational number. So we will deal with the rational numbers in the next chapter, next video, and till then, good day.